Hey, everybody.
Ho, 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 everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Mr. O.
and me, Banshee, with my Santa hat. 'Tis the season.
Happy holidays or that.
We dug it out of the mothballs. No, just kidding. Doesn't need
And
mothballs.
Shadow is here
And
on
look
set,
who's here.
but not for long because
Yeah.
Sunny is
Somebody
on the
has
prowl.
noticed. And they're literally around the corner. Which must mean that Carol must not be too far away then.
Nice.
Ah, that's cool.
She's not quite in view, but she seems very comfortable here.
Yep, you can barely see her there. Ah.
So, yes, we're getting the show going with our
Is that
reading.
Sassy?
Oh,
Didn't you hear her? She was just yowling. Sassy,
Violet
stop
probably
it.
heard it. I didn't hear it, though.
Oh my goodness, I gave Sassy so much attention today too. Here,
It's never enough.
we are using the Season of the Witch Yule Oracle. She heard it. Yeah, it was pretty pronounced. I'm going to let you pick a card, Mr. O. All right.
Bear Medicine, number
Ooh.
1.
Number one?
I
Wow,
think that's the number 1 there.
awesome.
There is no tomorrow without the healing of the past, for in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are.
Wow. That makes more sense than some of these ones that are written here, but that's okay. All right. Hey,
Hi, Kara.
hey, Kara. We knew you were around because Sunny's skulking nearby, but Shadow's up here for now. All right, Bear Medicine. And the keywords are hibernation, which I'm all in on the winter. Hibernation,
True.
meditation, and healing. Whoops, and speak of the devil. Not you, Kara, Sunny. And poor Shadow. Shadow
Has abruptly exited
abruptly left the stage.
because she cannot countenance Sunny.
Yeah. All right, well, Bear Medicine, you are such a
Could
strong... What?
I'm responding to the chat.
Okay, that's all right.
It is.
You are such a strong, sacred soul. But even the strong need time to rest. Making space for solitude and healing is not a sign of weakness, but self-preservation and self-worth. It shows a deep love and honoring of your most sacred treasure, you. That is why healers, shamans, gurus, and guides the world over make alone time such a priority. Having a meditative practice allows you to heal mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. You have pulled the Bear Medicine card because you will find guidance and understanding and healing for your situation in moments of solitude. You will begin to see things from a different perspective once you've had time to recharge your batteries. Your problem may even present itself in an entirely new light after some self-reflection. Man, it's almost as if I could have wrote this card. I truly so believe in this.
Yeah, I think we're digging on it.
We all should be. This is a time of year to wind down. And what they say is so true. I mean, your problems look so different. I mean, if you're facing something, your first instance is to react. But if you pull yourself back and give it time to think about a situation in solitude, in quiet, in a peaceful space, you can look at things a whole lot differently. So, give yourself the time you need, especially if you're under stress right now, to get the rest and recuperate. We all need it. All right. Mr. M is up first. Hi, Angel. Yeah, it really hits. It does. Even for me, retired. Sometimes, even around here, I have to say it's hard to find a solitude moment. But I'll tell you what, the other day Sonny was laying with me and it was so adorable and so restful and peaceful. So I don't mind the lack of solitude sometimes. And then sometimes when I need the solitude to work, they're all over me. And it certainly is hard to look at my projects the same way when one of my arms is under one of the cats, etc., and the other one's vying for attention at my feet.
Well,
Sonny about me.
Sonny had a little visit a couple days ago to the veterinarian.
He did. I guess they said he could stand to lose a little pound or two himself.
But the doctor thought he was adorable and kept making ideas about kidnapping him.
Everybody wants to take him. You can't have him. None of the cats. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. Mr. M, you are up.
And then I told him that, of course, Shadow's appointment's next month, and she will be the most difficult for them. He wasn't difficult at all.
They already wrote us a prescription for some calming drugs. Which I think is wise, actually. Shadow is like a fighter, a real warrior fighter. All right.
Yes, no stories will be mentioned.
Did you hear me talking about you? Shadow's actually sitting in the chair down here, so she's still around. All right, so let's get on with Mr. M's question.
I don't think we have it yet, or we're waiting to see.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second for that then. Go ahead, Mr. M.
In the meantime, I will mention that, of course, we are back on Sunday at our usual time of 2 to 4 p.m.
I will be missing the Lions game, which starts at 1. I'll at least catch another hour of it.
Happy hour will be at its normal time of 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings.
Maybe Mr. M was just wishing us a happy holidays? Or is he here?
And then my outlook on the emotional exchanges is back again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock on YouTube. And that's good for all the elemental signs of the zodiac.
Yeah, I guess so, Violet. Go ahead.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
I know.
Well, we'll shuffle
Mr.
you back
M,
in.
last call.
He did say happy holidays, so maybe he was just making the rounds. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll move on. If Mr. M comes back, maybe he can leave his question and we'll do his at the bottom of the list. Shirley, curious if you'll get a decent job offer soon or will business improve? How do we want to do that? Do we want to do that as 2 and 2? Because it's kind of two-pronged.
Okay, right, the 2 and 2.
We'll get a decent job offer or business improve. Let's look at both and let's see what we get. Okay. You want me to go first?
Sure. I want to sip my
Use
tea.
my Mystical Realm Tarot.
And I guess if I say it here and now, I'll have to do it. I've been really procrastinating lately.
Uh-oh. Are you going to do an unboxing?
Well, I need to do several.
Okay.
I probably could stand to do at least 4.
Oh my gosh.
But I have a number of decks that have been piling up, and they're still new enough that I think I want to do that, including the new ones we got at our one of our favorite metaphysical stores, Earthlore, in Plymouth, Michigan. And we need to get back there.
Yes, we do. And did you get one at Arts and Crafts?
A deck? Yes, I did, and I had that here tonight.
That's that one that I kind of was envious that I let you have that one.
The Barberry? I thought you didn't care for it.
Oh, it wasn't a Barbieri.
That's the one I got.
Oh.
And it's here tonight.
So it must be one of the ones from Earthlore I was coveting.
Yeah, it was.
You know which one, too. I can't think of the name right now.
I can't either.
Uh-oh.
But I need to
Too
do
many
the
decks
unboxing.
in this house. Kind of sad.
Never going to stop, are we?
Well,
Angel
I haven't
Rivera,
bought
what do
any
you have to say
recently.
about that? Or Violet.
Well, I haven't bought. Have I bought any since Earthlore? I don't think so.
But that was only a couple weeks
Oh
ago.
wait, there was arts and crafts after. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh well. Okay. Never mind.
The Mind's Eye, I think that's it. The Mind's Eye, right?
Yes, that is it.
God, Violet.
Good memory. Thank goodness one of us in this group has one. All right. Well, let's take a look at this now for
Take care
Shirley.
of us.
The first card for the first part of this, which is will you get a decent job offer soon, is the Three of Pentacles upright. I like that. And the other part is, or will your business improve? Well, you got the Nine of Cups reversed there. And then for the other one, this is really interesting. I'm not exactly sure what to make of this. You got the Eight of Cups reversed here. And then you've got the Nine of Swords for the other. Gee, Shirley, you must be really... Well, go ahead. Let me see what you have. I want that out there for both.
Are there two for each of them?
Yeah. But I do think, as far as your own business is concerned, looking at that second part there, number one, you've got two nines, which is interesting. One is upright, one is reversed, but neither of them are very well aspected, I'll say that. So, the Nine of let's see what you got there.
Stork and the Snowman.
Oh.
And the Snowman was the first. And then Acorns. And Snow Lady.
Wow, this is so weird.
This is kind of weird,
it's
isn't
a totally weird reading, Shirley, let me just say.
But we blew it.
I want to start here with your business because I see here some inherent problems. It's as if you're just not getting the results you had been hoping for. Your wish is eluding you as far as your business goes. And it's causing you a lot of stress and anxiety, I'm sure.
But look at those Lenormands, though. This is also luck.
Well, under the circumstances of getting these negative cards, what I would say is, it's possible here you might find some fortunate way to turn this situation around. I mean, it's possible, but it's almost as if it's up to fate. It's almost as if maybe it's even resting in the hands of others. Like, are you going to have to get some kind of loan or something that will help boost you, or something comes your way unexpectedly that helps boost your business? Because right now, honestly,
the prospects are looking bad over here, right?
It's not looking very good. But let's take a look at what's going on here, because it's not a totally it's not a totally perfect world, but it's not a bad world. Number one, you have the Three of Pentacles here, which indicates to me that you could establish a working relationship with others. In other words, you could find a job. Maybe it would even be apprenticing on it. I don't know. Is that the card of an apprentice per se? It's really somebody who's perfected their craft, right?
Right. To me, the other guy is more perfecting too, though, but more on the path. This is kind of, like that. There's a sense of management, a sense of a teamwork paradigm at play in a way.
I kind of feel like this is, like you're almost working with a group of peers, people who know, I don't know how to say this. It's like it's nothing new to you. It's almost like you're going to get a job in some area that you have worked in before, if that makes sense to you. However, and it's a new opportunity that's going to come your way. I do think there's a better chance here for something to happen with the job prospect. Because that's
you said like it was an offer.
Yeah.
Or a possible offer.
It could be like an offer,
and it does feel like overall this side is better, and that it presents a new idea while at the same time it doesn't really fulfill your ambition in a way. You sort of feel, like this isn't really going the direction you want, but you may need to, because there seems to be the idea that there's success here.
I didn't cover that card well, and I could almost go right along with that, except I also had this feeling when I saw this card there, it's kind of a card of no movement, that really kind of fits into what I was saying about this isn't new terrain for you. This is something you've done before. You know, you may not have worked in this place
Yeah.
before, but it's something you've done before. It's nothing that will be
It's
a reach for you.
and it sort of is a contingency for you.
Hey, Douglas, we can fit you
Hi,
in
Douglas.
tonight.
And while we're waiting on tidal wave, why don't we see if Mr. Maurice could just throw us his question real quick, and we'll take him next.
Mr.
Right?
M. Yeah, you want to take him next?
Yeah. Can
All
you
right,
throw us
this
your
is
question
only
real
one
quick,
person.
Mr.
Okay,
Maurice?
we'll do it.
And we'll take you, and then we'll move on to tidal.
Okay.
Got that, Violet?
I think it's Shirley.
We're
is
doing
tidal?
Shirley now.
Oh, we're doing Shirley now. I'm just crazy. Sorry.
Okay, thanks.
Well, anyway, that's what it looks like, Shirley. I don't know if I can add anything else to this, really. I think somebody, and it could be a man, it could be a male figure, but not necessarily, will make you an offer for a job. And here, I have a feeling this is you. This is your luck or fate that somehow might find a way to turn this around as far as your business goes. But right now, the best bet is on finding something else. So keep looking, keep trying, Shirley. Good luck with that.
All right, so as we mentioned, we're going to take Mr. Maurice general reading and then move right on to tidal wave. Thank you for your questions, guys.
It's all right. We'll get to title. We will do due diligence there. All right.
And
Mr. M is working so many hours.
we don't want to keep
him.
him up late.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot.
All right.
Thanks, Violet.
General reading for Mr. M.
No need to apologize. We got it.
Mr. O, do you have the Royo Dark
It's
Tarot?
a short walk away from here.
He does, actually.
Or is it upstairs? I don't remember. I could get it, but it's not right here.
Oh, she was just wondering if you had it, I guess.
Oh, I do have that one. Yeah, I've used it a few times. But I don't use it as often as some of the others. I kind of like it. It's okay. It was just one of those spur of the moment kind of things, I guess. All right, so general reading.
Oops.
For Mr.
I drew
Maurice.
3.
I don't know why you did that.
Well, they're going out there. I hope they're good.
Okay, so it's the 5 of coins or pentacles, and that one's up first.
It'd be interesting.
It's the reversed 6 of wands, and it's the King of Wands, and that's upright. 6 of Wands is reversed.
Well, all right. What the heck? I had 4 cards.
Oh, you're all over the place, aren't you?
I don't know how this happened. I do think I have to do them again. I do. Because I can't do 4 cards. No. Something went awry.
The Barbieri deck reminds me a little bit of the Royal deck.
Let's talk about this a little bit, though, what we see here for
Sure.
Mr. M.
Okay.
The 5 of coins, it's still kind of penny pinching for you, Mr. M. Maybe you still got to kind of toe the line a little bit. And also, I will say this, during this holiday season, do try to make the time for yourself to socialize a bit and mingle with people. We don't want you feeling lonely, because sometimes that card can be about this. You're working so many hours. You got to give yourself some time to be with others and enjoy things.
Right. It's a potential to sort of feel that you're isolated or that you're sort of being kept away from things. And it doesn't have to be that way. Mostly it's just a matter of just, putting your mind to it.
And I'm kind of, in a way, maybe not looking at this so much on a professional level as I am, on a personal level, thinking that maybe you're feeling here left out, or that people aren't, thinking about you right now. And it's also because you're so busy with other things that you kind of feel like, you're not, doing as well with your social sphere as you could be, I think.
Well,
Go ahead.
It's also possible too that maybe you maybe are expecting notice or of some sort from somewhere else. It's not just necessarily the people you know in your more personal life, but it could be that you might feel, that someone should notice you elsewhere, like at work, or that this is maybe just kind of an energy or vibe at work too, whether or not, people are acknowledged.
Well, the reason I'm kind of saying that is because at this time of year, if we're overexerting or overworking, there's an imbalance in our lives. There may be people who'd like to see you, and they feel like, you don't have time for me.
That's a good point, actually.
It could be family, it could be, whoever. So that's sort of what I was thinking here. But I can't rule out the fact, too, that, right now things are just kind of, like I said, you got to toe the line. There's a lot of stress. There's also the potential here you could have a slight sick spell, which could take you out of action a little bit here. The King of Wands indicates to me, though, that to me, it looks like you're doing what you need to do right now. You're standing tough, you're being courageous, you're being strong, trying to get through, this period of getting everything right again.
So in a way, it kind of sounds like these externals, in a sense, how other people feel or relate to you, or maybe suggest you should feel, pale before the idea that you ultimately know where to lead the charge at. The King of Wands exemplifies your more forward, courageous model, because you realize you're the only one who can really help you with your situations right now. So you're really willing to just put your best foot forward. And the King of Wands kind of epitomizes that. He's not necessarily any of those other kings. He's just somebody who's really trying.
I can look at this two ways. What we've got here, we have the midnight moon, which is the moon. And then we have the sleigh whip. And in a way, I'm kind of glad I did this again, because it really does fit in with this reading, or, some of our interpretation here. And I can look at this two ways, though. I can look at this as, number one, maybe you're pushing yourself too hard to achieve the success you're looking for. Maybe the action's a bit too aggressive, and, that could take a toll on you. So just be aware of that. On the other hand, too, when I look at this, I wonder here, because the whip is a fast action, that it could be that maybe you're going to be where you need to be, with your affairs and stuff a lot quicker than maybe you thought you would. It could be that, too.
And I kind of zoned out there, so I missed it. So I'm just going to go cold off of not having heard yours. But I feel like the moon does talk about the ultimate idea that you're getting through this successfully, that maybe at the end of this time period, you'll feel, it wasn't so bad, to just hunker down and get it done. And that there's a sense really of being at peace with that. And that you just feel mostly energized towards that idea more than a lot of other things right now, is that, being successful on the terms you want to be, whether it's totally financial or just, other effects of that, that's where you're oriented.
So that's what we have for you right now. Hey, some years are like that in our lives. We just got to do what we've got to do and get to where we need to be. And you know what? Then it gets easier after that. So wish you luck, Mr. M. Good luck with that.
Alrighty.
Tidal wave. Hey, tidal wave.
And Tidal Wave did put down the question.
Will I become approved for this relocation program? Okay. Let me give you these. Hey, you're very welcome, Mr. M. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Okay.
Okay, Tidal Wave asks, will I become approved for this relocation program?
I saw that. I read that already.
Okay.
Missed that. I'm using my Meryl Streep. I just kind of like this deck. But I am
It's a
going to
guilty
switch out
pleasure,
some
I admit it.
more decks in a little bit, too. I want to get some other ones here. Hey, you're very welcome, Doug. I hope we can give you one.
Douglas, your astrology has you with a lot of different elemental play there. The Leo, the Gemini, the Cancer. That's interesting.
Okay, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. That's pretty good to start. But we also have the Two of Cups reversed. Not liking that. Now we have the Hanged Man upright. Or in this case, the Hanged Meryl.
All right, so the Humbug, which is the snake, right?
Yeah.
And the Fox, which is the fox, the snow fox.
Wow, this isn't so positive, title. I don't know what's going on here. Relocation program. Well, the Ten of Wands is reversed, which indicates that, one way or another, stress is going to be taken off your back. That's what it looks like. Or the goal would be for that. Maybe you're hoping this program will take some stress away from you. I'm guessing. But the Two of Cups reversed does not sound like this match is going to happen. There's obstacles. There's some barriers. That's what it seems like. So I don't know what it entails to get into this relocation program. I don't know if you have to be interviewed. I don't know if you have to take a test, whatever the case may be, qualify in some ways. It just seems like there's some barrier here and some disagreement too as well. And so you may have to really step back from this a little bit and either rethink your strategy, or I don't know if you can reapproach them, and maybe take a look at this again, or maybe decide if this is going to work for you or not.
Is it possible that the Hangman represents the idea that there may be things you'll have to give up either to get into the program or give up in terms of other, comfort or convenience? That's a question that I'm wondering about. Maybe it's making an agreement over something that you find really hard to come to terms with. That could be the Two of Cups reversed too. The agreement could involve trade-offs of some sort maybe. But still, ultimately, it looks like it's a harder decision for you to make, or there's a balance of things that seem inconvenient or make it rougher to get to that point. And it's kind of interesting because in the Lenormand, you sort of see something going on too. The fox and the snake sort of sounds like maybe read the fine print kind of situations here, where maybe there seems to be issues of trust, or whether somebody is trying to be coy about what is being offered, about how one, subscribes to it.
Yeah, he went ahead with that, and I can't argue with that too much. There's something not quite right here, I don't know what it is. Maybe they feel, maybe this is just a misunderstanding. I won't rule that out, but maybe they feel something's misrepresented here. Maybe they feel on your end, or vice versa. You're going to feel later, that either some key details or facts were left out. It just doesn't look very positive right now, title. I'm kind of surprised by this. I hope you can prove us wrong if this is something you're looking forward to. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And Violet, I see what you're saying there, and that's hilarious because that even if I handcuff her, she'll figure out a way to press the button.
I'm really trying not to, but I do have a deck in mind for somebody else, Violet.
You're up to no good? I mean, sneakiness? Hey, it's all good.
At any rate, yeah, I don't really have anything on my plate right now because, like I said, I am waiting for January. I have all these MJ Cullinane decks on pre-order, and there was like a number of
Can
them.
I post the P.O. Box address?
Yeah, sure.
Is that okay if we just you send it to the P.O. Box, or anybody, whatever you want to send us for the holidays? Hint, hint.
Uh-oh.
You may send
What are you
to
up to, Violet?
our P.O. Box.
I know, but she's being sneaky. P.O. Bo.
I know.
TFT Pobo.
Can't type for crap.
We're po' boys here.
South Fate. Yes, it's a South Fate, all right.
Oh my God.
I can't type for poo-poo.
I am not buying any decks. All I have is those MJ Cullinane ones. Honest.
If the PO won't do, we'll DM you the other thing. But for most things, the PO is pretty good.
All right. Oh. Didn't I have a band around this? Yes.
It means
I
we
do.
don't have to answer the door if it's a box.
All right. Well, listen. Okay. Does Amazon send to P.O. boxes? I have no idea. I have never sent one to a P.O. box, so I don't know.
Yeah. Worst case scenarios, we just pick it up at the counter. They'll put a slip in
Well,
there and tell us.
if Amazon does it, it may be Amazon's policy.
That's true. It
So
may
I don't
be.
know. I am not sure. That's a good question.
I'll tell you what. We'll find out for you. I hate to tell somebody what to do, but what?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Sonny, silly boy. All right, are we on Sherry?
It might be. Who knows?
I can't remember.
You're welcome, Title.
Yes, it's Sherry, then Libra, then V. Okay. Hi, Sherry.
I think a question was posted for Sherry, though. If I can find it. Doo-doo-doo.
Sonny wants to eat my
What can I
hat.
look forward to December, January? That's Sherry's question. All right?
Oh, okay. Look forward to December, January.
And I'm going to use the Tarot of the Princesses. The Princesses. Thanks, Violet. I got it, though.
I'll get this out for next time, and I'll grab that. All right.
Well, you should be. Don't distract us.
We need no help there.
Exactly. We're way too good at it ourselves. Come on.
By Tuesday night,
Okay.
I'll remind him. We're our backup brain cells.
No vomit. I mean comet.
You know it's true.
All right. What can Sherry look forward to? Well, the first one is the Seven of Cups, and it's upright. And then it's the Hierophant reversed.
Ooh, interesting comment.
I know, this is an interesting
Yeah.
combination, Sherry. This might be really lively, if nothing else. And then it's also the Empress upright.
Ooh,
So
wait.
There's a bit of charge here. The tree. And the sleigh, which
so
is the ship.
Christmassy.
So it almost sounds like a whirlwind trip of some sort. Like all of a sudden you're just going to just sort of go and have fun somehow. The Seven of Cups specifically is talking about a variety or smorgasbord of fantastical kind of choices or offerings for you. And the hardest part may be just deciding really what's right for you or which way you really want to go.
Right. What do you want to do in December, January, Shirley? You know, you should make a list. by all means, list
Yeah.
out some ideas of what you want to do. And this doesn't mean just frivolous stuff like trips and they're not frivolous. Sometimes they're very, they're planned. They're entertaining. There may be reasons
They're
for
necessary.
going, like going to a Super Bowl game or whatever. You know what I mean? So at any rate, think of the possibilities here. Goals, dreams, wishes, desires. The sky's the limit. It's up to you to make some choices, I think, right now of where you see yourself going. And you know what? Think a little outside the comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Think outside the box and do something different. Or it sounds like maybe this is on the agenda in the months ahead, It seems like something is happening here, that maybe you're going to decide to do something completely out of the blue or out of the norm for you, out of the ordinary. Maybe this is at the prodding of friends or family or somebody else as well. And the Empress here is like, again, reinforcing this in a way. Why should you do this? Because it's good for you. Because you need it right now. It's something that, it's sort of like self-care in a way. And not only that, it will just inspire you. It will bring out more creative vibes in you. It just looks really, really positive. And the sleigh is here, which can also be, that's number 3, right?
That's the Empress.
This is number 3 also?
Oh, it's number 3, right. Mm-hmm.
So it's the ship, which basically is also a card of movement or travel. So that's why we brought up the travel idea. So if you're thinking of even, short trips, visiting family, friends, etc., it could be on the agenda. And if you're doing something that's completely out of the blue, I really think this is going to grow you in some way. You're just going to feel more, invigorated and I don't know, it's a growth phase. The next 2 months look really, really positive.
Well, I feel that with the Hierophant, this is sort of saying like you're really sort of kicking off your shoes and maybe going in a slightly different direction too. Like maybe something is really uncharted in a way for you, or maybe something that you're doing could be adventurous to the point of most other people might not think this is the kind of thing that you normally would do. Which means nothing other than the fact that maybe it's just a different kind of opportunity for you, more unusual, and so it sort of adds to the idea of the 7 of Cups, Sherry. And then I just feel that ultimately with the Empress there, this really is a growthful thing for you.
Yeah.
This is a way to express
right with it.
creativity, or it might even further other ambitions. I mean, maybe it's about something else that is going to be able to help you in other ways. Your artistic vision or your ability to create things, and maybe there's a trip involved too.
It looks good, so I don't know if you had any plans to travel. Sometimes it just means day trips, to a museum, to art galleries, to,
Sure.
Maybe some small little nearby town or village to do some, shopping at specialty stores.
Unless there are big events at museums or places like that, the holidays is a good time to go there because they have a moderate flow, but, obviously people are doing other things too.
So whatever it is, hey, good luck with that.
Alrighty.
All right. And I think Libra is up.
And I think
Right,
Libra
yep.
wanted a general reading. Yes, Banshee, DMVL leader.
Okay. I will. I've actually got most of my stuff done for tonight. I just got to finish something up with the card of the day. But it's not a big deal.
And Majestic Love has joined us this evening. Hi there.
Yep, I got them. Hi, Majestic.
Nope, Thursday we don't close as early as we may on Sunday. We don't always. I mean, sometimes we're lucky if we actually get up to about 20 readings. Who knows, right?
Now, if you send it to our P.O. box, though, definitely send it to TFT Tarot for today. So, that's the only thing. What are you up to? You want Rammy? Just a minute. I have to shuffle. One more time. You're so cute, Sonny.
I like your blue hearts, majestic love.
Aw. Well, we've got the world upright.
Libra gets the world. Yay.
We got the Four of Swords reversed.
That's a good one.
And we got the Emperor upright. Nice.
Well, gee, I don't know. Sometimes Libra, the recent readings haven't been much to brag about, but these are not so bad.
What you got there, though?
Okay, over here we have the book, the storybook it's called, and the stocking.
Wow.
Which is
the gifts. The flowers.
Of course. So the holiday season, as a general reading, looks like it's moving into a good phase for the next time period. Things are looking up here.
Yeah, I mean, the world is almost as if you'll have everything together, everything in place. As a general reading right now, things seem to be, in a sense, in some ways, winding down. In other words, you're finishing some cycles here. You're completing projects. Whether it's stuff for the holiday planning, whatever the case may be, things are reaching a successful, pretty much, conclusion. And the Four of Swords is reversed here, which indicates, a lot of us, we get burnt out around the holiday, but not you. With, it looks like right now things are picking up for you. You seem to have a lot of energy. You seem to have a lot of drive. It seems as though if you had been under the weather, hopefully this means you have recovered, because it's a card of renewed strength and energy and just kind of a real get up and want to go attitude.
Well, in some ways I could look at that Four Swords reversed and say that maybe there's a slight liberation from the normal routine from you. Like, maybe somebody else steps in and gives you a hand with certain things, or certain other things, are not as important. And, of course, children will have more time off from school, so that may be less of an issue. You don't have to get them to school. You don't have to be there for homework questions or things like that. So it could be things like that, simple things like that, just sort of releasing you to be more about the world, more about the Emperor, sort of being able to have a relaxed governance over your situation, to feel like everything is kind of in its place and you don't have to do anything really dramatic to affect control.
Yeah, the Emperor is just saying everything, you seem to have everything where you need it to be, and maybe you'll surprise yourself, whether this is at work or whether this is in your personal life. It seems like everybody, is doing what you tell them to. You have kids, right? So I think here everything is moving in the direction it's supposed to, and you seem to be leading this. You're the one who's making all of this happen. It's because of all your energy directing it, with order and discipline and completing projects and goals. It just looks like a very productive time, but not one that will drain you. It's definitely not going to drain you. As a matter of fact, it'll probably make you feel great when all is said and done. There's a lot of joy attached to the flowers card. There's a lot of happiness. This is about gift giving too. Maybe right now, you're working your way through your list. You may still have some gifts to buy. I don't know why when I saw the book there, I thought of that. But the other thing is that maybe you are just still looking for ways to make yourself or other people happy right now.
Well, in addition, I think it's really more about making yourself happy. I think, too, that the book sort of is a symbol for your own being, your own exploration of yourself. And so this may be saying that during this holiday time season, you may be able to gift yourself with more time to investigate the things or to study or research or read about the kind of things that you yourself are interested in the most. Hey, Sherry.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right.
And V is up. Hi, V.
What are DeAndre's next actions towards me? Were they spying on my Instagram but still blocking me? Oh yeah, I remember this. Okay.
Oh, they're still blocking you. I thought one of the recent readings, we thought maybe they would unblock.
Right, but I didn't think it was right away. I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
sometime next year, earlier next year maybe.
So let's see what the cards say.
What are their next actions? All right. So I'm going to use my Barbary Tarot. You're welcome, Sherry. You have a wonderful night too.
Ah, you take care, Sherry. Sounds good. Hope you have fun in December and January.
Yeah, send us a postcard if you travel anywhere. All right, what are DeAndre's next actions towards you? And our first card is the reversed Eight of Wands. Followed by the Queen of Wands, and she's upright. And I'm going to say that this is also a queen. Let's see. No. Are those two crowns the same to you? They are actually, aren't they?
They are exactly the same.
So it's
they
a queen
are
also.
queens.
Even though it doesn't look like a woman in that picture, but it's a queen. One is clearly a queen, the other is not so clearly.
Yeah, because they're the same crowns. So
Okay. Don't kill my buzz here.
I noticed that with that deck, and I've mentioned that to you, I think.
And this is the queen one. The king one is actually less bright. So that's the Queen of Cups reversed too. So it's kind of interesting because we're talking about DeAndre's action towards you and that they may have blocked you but are still spying on your Instagram. And here's the cross, also known as the candy cane in this version of the Letterman. And here is the home, which is always the home. So to start off, the reversed Eight of Wands could indicate that maybe they're losing their thrill over this in some respects, or something is like they're not exactly doing what they want to be doing. They're not hitting the mark that they think they should be hitting, and that's either provoking you in some way or getting some sort of attention from you maybe.
The Eight of Wands just indicates to me that they're all over the place. You know, they may be spying on you. I think maybe you would know, right? But that's probably still true. But I feel here that they're not communicating appropriately with you. They're not doing it. You know, it's almost as if maybe I want to say that it seems as though communications are still going to be blocked for a bit. Now, why? I don't know here. That's the Queen of Wands upright, correct? So I'm beginning to think here that maybe they're enjoying doing this for some reason.
Yeah, they're still kind of stalking you in a way.
Yeah, they're stalking you.
That's the Queen of Wands kind of energy.
Maybe they're trying to get a reaction out of you and to keep you, you know, always have you thinking, you know, what are they up to? They kind of like that, I think. And right there with the Queen of Cups reversed, it's almost as if it's like some kind of emotional game being played. And you know what? I'm not sure if it was you, V, because boy, this sounds so familiar to a reading I did for somebody else once. And I don't know if it was you about this situation, but it just seems like there's emotional games being played here, and they're trying to get attention.
Right, and the Queen of Cups could be saying that I think there's an inverse relationship between them understanding their own emotionality and getting points in on you, that it's sort of, even though it's sort of like twisted, it makes them feel good about themselves in some way, especially because they think that they're just antagonizing you. So that takes us to the Lenormand.
You know, and remember, I think we mentioned this before, V, that sometimes it's okay to keep asking the same questions, and sometimes there's patterns, but then again, sometimes you get false positives or false negatives as well, because, you know, the cards start to get muddled. But right now, what I'm seeing here, you know, besides what we've told you up there, is that, you know, it almost seems like there's long-term grief associated with this. Like, even if they do unblock you again, is this pattern going to continue? You know, is this going to be something that's just going to be ongoing trouble? Because it almost seems like that to me. You've got the cross here. The candy cane is the cross, and that usually means long-term stress or grief or, you know, anxiety. And the house is about your comfort or your security. So, you know, I feel here that you're just this is going to make you continually feel uncomfortable.
I think our first set of cards with the tarot is telling me enough to know that DeAndre is probably not going to change this, and that Banshee's right, that this is a recurrent pattern for you, V, and that you're probably better off just, you know, letting him play his games and moving on your own.
So if you're wondering what his next action is going to be, I do think it's more of the same. I mean, I think he's going to continue to do this. So, for a while. I don't know, you know, maybe...
Prove us wrong.
Yeah, prove us wrong. Please do, you know, prove us wrong. But the thing is that we'll see what January holds, maybe. Yeah, I probably wouldn't ask this again for a while, unless something definitely changes in the behavior. But maybe again we should approach this in January and see where the cards are going from here. That's what I would suggest. But good luck with this. Sheesh. And the other thing I want to throw at you is remind everybody who hasn't had a reading yet, Mercury's going retrograde. And so communications could be kind of a jumbled mess or not very productive, you know, during this time.
In less than a week, like a week from yesterday.
Yeah, December 13th.
All right, so we have moved on to Lena, who asks, general reading in finances for the next 4 months. And Sun Empress Aerie has joined us. Hi.
Hey, Sun. What now? Oh, the Mercury?
Yes.
Hey, you've got the Yule. Oops.
You will be sorry.
Except for those.
You will be sorry.
You will be sorry. Ah. Has anybody besides me, because I'm always the last to see these memes, or maybe I forget about them in time, but somebody was posting one of those sign memes today. I think it was the Feline Philosopher that said, your cat owns your home because homeowner has meow in it. And when you look at the word meowner, it's in there. So true. You can see Sonny rules the show here.
Right, he's getting ready to jump up on the table again. I see you down there.
Well, I better move my tea now. See?
Settle down.
I just replied back, of course it's true, but why can't I get them to pay my mortgage then? Sheesh. All right.
General reading finances next 4 months.
All right, we start with the Hanged Man upright. Have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Sonny, this is so... I can't even put the cards there because he's... And then we have the Lovers upright.
Well, I'm going to bam this one out because it almost feels like...
Well, wait a minute. Put your Lenormand down first.
Okay.
Then you can bam it out.
The stars, the moon and the stars. But I almost feel like the next 4 months sort of is a play between thinking you need to divest or change directions or give up things, and then realizing maybe with the 5 that maybe the answer is actually right there with you and that you don't have to make drastic actions. You just need, or maybe the drastic action is realizing you didn't need to do that. You were already there at some level.
Well, why can't the drastic action lead to that recovery?
That too.
That would be my first thought if I was going your route.
But that still leaves you with a choice, though, of some sort there, of whether to decide on, one scheme or the other, one plan or the other, maybe.
I look at the Hanged Man and the Lovers together here. I think you have important moves or decisions maybe to make in the next 4 months, Lena, regarding your finances. And you really need to take a broader approach or look at this. I mean, don't just make a rash decision. You really need to sit with it a while and decide on a direction that's going to help you move yourself to a better place financially. If you're in debt right now or you're having problems making ends meet, then obviously, you need to make choices that are going to support growth. But it could just be a matter of putting yourself in a better place or position. And I think here, the Hanged Man, it does talk about sacrifice, true. Maybe there are certain things you have to make adjustments for in order to achieve, this more positive response that you're looking for. The choice is ultimately yours, and it's going to depend on the good choices you make. So if you need maybe to get a broader perspective and talk to other people during this time as well, then do so.
I finally feel that, with the moon and the stars and the Lenormand, a lot of this really is sort of destiny in a way, that there's just sort of the sense that things are going to move in the direction they're supposed to. And so once again, that still leaves you with having the power to make a choice about what you invest in business-wise, whether it's, actual investments of monetary things or other kinds of resources. But it's mostly a matter of you just really realizing, what is your level of base comfort that you may be able to put up with, or base, success, and then, positioning for that. So it's what it is.
So you have the Midnight Moon and the Star, and seriously, this is positive. I mean, all of this to me is leading to a positive place. If you give due diligence, you take you really look at all angles of this situation, you'll be able to come out of this okay. If you make the right choices, maybe getting advice from others, there's success for you and hope for the future. Everything starts to look brighter, I think, during this 4-month period, but it might be a process getting there. It might even take the whole 4-month period before you see this. But I think you're on a path towards improvements in your financial affairs. It may appear slow, but at least it's moving in the right direction. And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Thank you. Love, hugs, and blessings to you as well.
Thank you. All right.
And Kara has asked a question about her Nana.
Okay.
Charlotte is in the hospital with problems from COPD. 91. Will she be better and get home before the holiday? Well, thanks for asking that.
I certainly hope so, Kara.
We, of course, hope so. So I will use my Tarot of the Animal Lord. And we'll just throw 3 cards. No yes or no on this one.
Oh, 91 too at COPD. It's rough. I know I have COPD. Wishing her the best. And I just read somewhere, no, it was on the news today I read it somewhere, that apparently there's a lot of people are coughing right now. And they're coughing a lot, and, they can't figure out why, doctors. They think it could be a virus, like a virus. What? Careful.
Me too.
Oh, me too. Oh,
right
okay.
At the bottom there.
Yeah, okay. And that was about Kara's just getting better. Not about what I'm talking about.
No, it just showed up after you said that.
I know that, but things are delayed sometimes, Anyway, there's a lot of coughing going on, and nobody knows why. And they think it might be another virus, but they're not sure. They're not saying it's necessarily long COVID, but some things can last a few weeks too. But they're seeing a lot of this.
So you have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, though the 2 is reversed. And then you have the reversed King of Cups.
The Ace of Cups is upright, the 2 is reversed, and then the reversed King of Cups?
Yeah, so they're all cups.
Oh boy. But there's some good news here in the mix. All right, let's try to make sense of this one. I think that, and that's the King of Cups you saw, or King of Wands?
I did say that. I said it was the King of Chalices. But it's not. No, it is. It's the King of Cups.
Okay. King of Cups and Two of Cups are reversed. I think that, there's going to be some worries here. There's some stress and there's some emotionality here. But I think that, just let Grandma keep feeling, or I'm sorry, your aunt, right? Your Nana.
It's Grandma.
It's Nana, your grandma. Just let her keep feeling the love. Surround her with love. I really feel here that, this positive energy will pay off, because she's feeling a little bit disconnected from herself right now. I'm sort of feeling, and maybe, being in the hospital, especially around the holidays, is kind of an isolating feeling. So perhaps the more visitation that people can give her, or phone calls, or things to try to buoy her spirits would be best. And, because I do feel there is some emotionality here. She needs to feel, loved. She needs to feel loved and supported right now.
In the context of how you asked the question, I have a feeling that she may not be home, that's what that is. She may not be home before the holidays. She might be staying there that long. A lot of times, though, it's very difficult for hospitals to hold on to a patient for that long. Insurance costs, they may release her to maybe some other place to convalesce, as they say. But everyone's just going to be sad about that as a development. That's the King of Cups reversed. And it's like what Banshee says, keep bringing her new love and hope. The Ace is the beginning, so keep every day feeling like it's a hopeful day for her, or those who are going there can do that. And I agree, too, with the Lenormand.
I didn't even say anything about it.
Okay, then I'll let you go first.
And so, I like the way he did that, and reminded me I didn't answer the question, but I did in a way. I kind of do feel like I'm a little bit on the fence whether she'll be there the whole time or not. But I do know she needs to feel less isolated and alone right now. I will say this, though. It looks as though the acorns, are the clover, which is luck. And then you have that coupled with the grief card, the candy cane, which nobody wants to see here. I almost feel, though, it's saying that, through luck, I feel like maybe the grief will be dispersed. It's possible here she might either get better or they might be able to send her home with oxygen or something that will allow her to be home. That's what I'm hoping, and maybe some of the grief will be alleviated. But I'm not sure she's completely out of the woods during this period, really. She's got to take care.
Well, another thing is that traditionally hospitals almost always do their hardest to bring patients home during the holidays. So, working with her team and working with the hospital, making it clear that, she will, be taken care of if such should happen would probably be necessary too.
So, shower her with love. I don't, necessarily see anything really horrible happening other than it might be a slow recovery. It might be a little bit of a slow recovery. So, I'm on the fence that she will get out in time. So, good luck with that.
Big yawn. Sorry. All right, so that's what we have for you, Kara. And we are on Angel, who wanted an oracle card.
Yep.
You're fine, Majestic. It's you.
He's cooing in my arms. Okay. I have to move, Sonny. Oh, where was I?
You're welcome, Kara.
All right. Oh, so it's Angel nicely to draw me an oracle card. Oh, it's an oracle card.
And of course, if you're into the the shadow and dark side of things, watch my Goth Tarot. Maybe I'll even be showing a new deck I'm getting. What could that be?
Well,
maybe.
I'm going to use the Mystical Wisdom card deck again. This one handy. I gotta mix up some of my oracle decks here.
Well, it's like Barbie dolls. So, years ago when I first started collecting Barbie dolls, people would be like, oh, what Barbie doll do you want? Do you have blah, blah, blah Barbie doll? Yep. Have it already. So I just tell people, don't buy me Barbie dolls because I get them as soon as they come out.
Yeah, he pretty much does. Except apparently the Wilma Mankiller one.
I just thought that was an unlikely project for Barbie.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
It's women of whatever they call that series.
I guess I didn't understand that history.
Extraordinary
'cause you knew
Women
that.
or something. I don't know what it's called.
Inspiring Women.
Inspiring Women. That's it. Okay.
My goodness.
Are you tired?
I'm suddenly yawning like crazy. You guys are boring me. You have to be more exciting. Come on.
Oh, wow.
Pep it up. Pep it up.
Look at him. Well, Angel Rivera, it's originality. Blaze your own trail.
With the kitten and the wreath at your side.
Wow, this is really short, so I'm going to do the bottom card. Originality, blaze your own trail. You, Mr. Rivera, are a go-getter and a free spirit by nature. You exhibit originality, courage, and defiance. You were born to succeed and breathe excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. Despite your chaotic ways and gregarious nature, you are loving and generous. They actually have a mantra here. Love me without fear. Trust me without wondering. Love me without restriction. Love me without demands. I am worth it. Well, I don't...
That sounds like that novel you've been reading.
Let's not go there again. Woo! It's actually getting into some of the magical parts. It's really kind of getting creepy now. So it's pretty interesting. There's some plot going on. But anyway, go getter, free spirit. If you aren't feeling that's the way your life is, I don't know if you feel maybe you're more down to earth, but the whole thing is this is a time to go get something. Go on, get. Go get something. Go get.
Go on, get.
And, and liberate yourself from thinking things are not possible. You deserve it. You can have it. You were born to succeed. We all deserve success in life.
Look what happens with the Lenormand. The ring and the dog, the cat, it's like commit yourself to believing in yourself, to your own self-loyalty or to the loyalty you feel around you that maybe is in perspective to that.
Well, I told you I was going to pick the bottom card, and it's Dragonfly. Live life to the fullest. So you're supposed to go get something and live it up, live life to the fullest. It's like, the best way to live life to the fullest is to go after your dreams, right? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, because it's Dragonfly. I'm looking up live life to the fullest. Good grief. The dragonfly lives near water and represents the ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. It is one of the only creatures that can fly up, down, sideways, and backwards. Living your truest life is a responsibility. Do not let it be trivialized or live superficially. The dragonfly is a symbol of knowing who you are and what you want. Make informed decisions and live life to the fullest with no regrets.
Awesome.
Mantra: I am emotionally strong and live my life without regret. So go for something, and win or lose, don't regret it. Just know that you did it, and that's the important thing, I think, here.
And so once again, the committing yourself.
So commit to something, commit and trust in yourself. I really feel this isn't about another person, this is about you. So even though the kitten is usually about a friend, be your own best friend here and live your dreams. Go for it.
All right.
The universe says so. Good luck with that, Angel.
Douglas Crawford is up.
I know.
Yes. At a new job, still getting other possibilities for other jobs. Wonder what spirit suggests this really needs to get this right. And that's interesting because I had an opportunity like that once a long time ago where I just was on a whirlwind and I had 3 different jobs in like 4 or 5 weeks. The one came through and said, I want that one. So I took it. And then a week or so later, the other job came through and I said, I want that one. I took it. And then the one that I ended up keeping came through and I said, that's the one I've really been waiting for. It was all within about 4 to 5 weeks.
You're welcome, Angel.
You're welcome, Angel. You're very welcome.
Glad you liked that. I liked it too.
That was kind of inspiring, I think. All right, so for Douglas' question, I'm going to
how do you want to handle that? New job, still getting other possibilities for other jobs.
3 cards.
Basically, you want to know what Spirit suggests on this.
3 cards.
Let's do 3 cards and see what we get.
The yes or no, if that doesn't work. It's my deck, so I think I will use the Haunted House Tarot for no particular reason.
I like that deck.
Yeah, I do too.
I had to get one too.
We don't often inspire each other.
But I didn't buy that one, did
cool.
I? That came
Did I buy
from.
it for you?
I think our son bought it for you. But
Oh,
you already
right,
had
and I
it.
already had it, so I gave it to you. Something like that. Yes, our son is somebody who tries hard to buy us decks that we usually already have.
Not always. Not always. Just come up with a few gems.
Let it go, Violet. Either she'll be on time or she won't. And because we're moving towards our witching hour, who knows what will happen.
Well, we're doing okay people-wise. We've moved down the list quite a bit.
Thank you, Douglas. That's very nice of you to say that. All right, Douglas. No, Mercury retrograde, as Violet mentions, is yet to be
This
about
is
a
so
week.
funny. The Lenormand is not going to be a lot of help, but it's not bad.
Okay, so Douglas, the first card is the Queen of Cups reversed. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Wow, they're all reversed. I'm sorry.
He wanted an inspiring reading.
Yeah, I
Way to
remember
go.
they said that. And then it's the Knight of Wands reversed. These are not inspiring, that's for sure.
Well,
sorry.
I'll be honest with you, Douglas. I think this is just basically you wanted to know what Spirit has to say about these situations. And I think here, when I'm looking at all these reversals and looking for the advice from Spirit, I would say this. That's the Ace of Cups reversed, right?
No, it's the Queen.
Oh, it's the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. So you have to really think about here what will emotionally make you happy, you know? Don't work at a job that is not fulfilling to you, you know, because it's just so if you're looking at opportunities and you really feel like something really has more to offer you and it's something you really desire, then I think you should go for it. You know, Spirit is saying, don't hang with a job that is anything that will like make you regret it later emotionally. And also financially, I mean, right here, are you happy where you are now financially with the job you just started? Do you feel like if you picked one of these other opportunities that you know, you would do better? Be careful here, though. I would say be careful. If you feel like you're comfortable, if you feel like you're happy where you are, and you feel like the money's good, why risk it on something that's unknown, you know, at this time?
And that's actually what that card is, the risky behavior of Knight of Wands reversed.
And the Knight of Wands reversed is here to say, don't be too aggressive. Now, by saying that, I'm not saying you shouldn't check these opportunities out. You really should check the opportunities out if you can, you know. And if you get an offer, then you really do have... I notice here you say things are coming. I don't know if that means that you actually have offers or there's just possibilities. If you get an offer, then you truly have a decision to make. But don't be too aggressive. Think about these things first. What makes you happy and fulfills you, and what's better for you economically, and if you're willing to take a risk at this time at which you already have in place.
I agree a little with some of what Banshee has surmised, but I sort of feel that Queen of Cups pertains to the idea of your own personal distaste or dislike for overly dramatic drama queen type personalities, people who are overly emotionally wrought, and that maybe if you realize or sense these are the kind of people that you might be working under or with, or situations, if they're not people but just a situation, it seems like there's a lot of drama in that workspace. That's something to avoid, you know, to try to get away from. And once again, like Banshee said, though, you know, do you feel your compensation is fair, put together with any benefits you have? Is your rate of pay, you know, sufficient? Do you feel you will grow with that? Because that is the Ace of Pentacles. Are you feeling you can grow? You're going to base some of your judgment on that. Maybe another offer has to be balanced against the idea that during that interview or that process you realize that there was more tension or drama, but there was more potential raise there. Could you balance that? Once again, like Banshee says, it's the idea of whether or not you want to look at this as being a risk to take or not. Sometimes the Knight of Wands indicates a person who thinks that they're brave enough, but what they're doing still is ultimately going to crash around them maybe, or not have the desired outcome.
They like to act before they think. They act before they think. So you don't want to do that. That's basically what I think the message is here. And now, here's why I left the Lenormand for last.
The snowman, which could be you.
That's you.
That's you. The North Pole. And the North Pole is
The crossroads.
the crossroads.
Which is basically you're going to have a decision to make. And choices. It's clear you have choices, but really...
These offers are going to come through probably.
I don't know if they're going to come through, but the point is you have choices to make, and you're the only one who's going to be able to make them. You're the only one who's going to know what's best for you here. But the bottom line is, my adage is being employed as long as I have and being through a number of jobs in my field that I've chosen to move to. It's not a bad thing to explore things even if you've just started a job. This happens sometimes.
Yeah, I've done that. I mentioned that.
And so it's perfectly okay to do that. But make wise choices, that's all. And the choice is on you. I think definitely maybe it's possible, if you do interview somewhere else, that something could come through for you. And then you'll have to make a choice.
I started the reading telling you my own experience, and that was a while ago. That was some decades ago, but it was at the start of my work career, and so it ultimately, in my opinion, worked out.
So that's why I said these weren't going to be very helpful, because it's basically saying, it's on you. And, but I think Spirit's outlining here things you really have to look at and decide for yourself. What fulfills you? Is it financial? And if so, are you getting compensated enough? Should you go for the better opportunity? And to just think about it all before you act. That's what we have.
And I like what you say. Keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
Don't belabor it necessarily.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, Douglas. Thanks for dropping in. Good luck.
I hope that helped.
All right. So Majestic Love is up.
Hey, Majestic Love.
Hi, Majestic. And I see that question there. You own a small cleaning business, had a gentleman contact about cleaning his mother's home, but once I found out where it was, I became nervous. Are you overthinking this?
Oh.
And when there's always certain situations where people may feel uncomfortable, may feel a personal sense of trouble, and sometimes for some members of our society that may be magnified. If you're possibly, if you're a woman, or you're in a certain kind of culture or situation, you may feel like, some areas have boundaries or limitations for you.
Let's think about this more. Some are dangerous locations, let's just say it. And so we'll just say, how do we want to word this? And
this is somebody's home, so of course it's not.
Once I found out where it was, I became nervous. Let's look at whether you should clean this home or not, just kind of see what kind of general vibes we get about this place or this job.
So it may not be so much the actual physical job of working in that space, but the location where it's at sort of feels, physically threatening, scary. And you definitely don't want to, do something that risky, maybe.
Well, we start with the Nine of Wands upright. The Queen of Laurels or Pentacles is reversed. The Five of Swords is here.
Okay, well, let's show the Lenormand. The kitten, which is the dog. and the reindeer, which is the rider. So a little bit of a conflict. No, we realize that, Majestic. Hey, we totally realize that. That's fine.
Oh no. But yeah, you might be having some gut level.
You absolutely have to put your safety as the priority.
I would love to totally put your mind at ease on this, but I'm not sure I can completely do that because we've got some rather difficult cards here.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Queen of Pentacles per se. I think that's probably the better of these cards. I mean, the Nine of Wands in and of itself says maybe that you can handle this. Maybe you are up for this challenge. You could handle it, but you have to be prepared for anything. And that kind of worries me when it's coupled with the Five of Swords here on the end. Because the Five of Swords is about arguments, disagreements, or possibly, an attack of some sort, So it could get physical, and I'm just going to say that because it's the nature of that card. That's why I'm so shocked to see this in this reading. So I don't want you to I want you to think about this a little bit here. It's possible that, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, that this person really does need the help. Maybe that's not the issue. But maybe you do have some worries about where this place is at. I guess my one caveat here is that to make sure, of course, everything is up in the up with payment. I don't know how you collect payment from people, but make sure that they can pay you, for this job. That's one thing with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And I want to go all the way because I'm going to say this. If it's possible for you to go into the situation, because that's the rider, the reindeer, with somebody besides you. It's not just you there. It might be better. It might be safer.
Okay, the Nine of Wands makes me feel like what Banshee says is like, yes, you could be successful here. That's a card of successfulness, but it's also a card of somebody who sort of, in most depictions, is assuming a defensive posture of a sort of like defending something. And so that is what I get from that, is that maybe, you would have to be somewhat in a defensive mode when you do this there because of that situation. Did you want to say something?
Oh, I was just thinking that Douglas was maybe talking about the Five of Swords reversed. Well, upright.
Oh, he was talking about his own reading.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Right, I already mentioned it to
But there was no Five of Swords in his reading, so yeah. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Is there anything else you had to add there?
Well, I wanted to add a lot until you interrupted me.
Sorry.
So, the Five of Swords is one of those cards where it's crummy any way you get it.
It is.
Majestic Love. And it really sort of feels like, somebody else holds all the cards and is probably willing to play them to their extent. Sometimes that could be you, the person asking the question. Sometimes it's the other side. So it's really a crapshoot because it really gives you the idea that no matter how it plays, nobody really wins. You don't win if you have to be scared and stressed out because you're wondering what's going to happen. And they don't win because they're doing criminal things. That's just...
Well, I wonder if this could be about money or,
True.
The payment, an argument about payment.
Okay.
That's what I'm wondering too.
I didn't see that because to me, I'm looking in context, like I said with that card, maybe the Queen of Pentacles sort of suggests that there is, some problem. I wasn't likening it to money, but I see now why you might be.
Yeah, and with the Nine of Wands, it's like you are on the defensive a little bit here. You're trying to defend yourself.
Did you read Majestic's comment?
For a battle, let me see.
Just a couple up from the bottom.
When the job is done, I did think about bringing... Yeah. Oh!
Well, I'm seeing a few
people's
comments.
You know what? Maybe you need to get comfortable with it and bring somebody there with you first. And also, you said payment is made when the job is done. Okay, so, let's make sure, after the first time, you are paid right away. And if there's any hang-ups or problems, then you may want to reconsider. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned here about the situation, but, maybe if you go with somebody and you check it out, then you'll know for sure you want to do this long term or not. And just say you're taking it, maybe you can say you're taking it right now on a contingent basis, and then give them the answer after the first visit or two. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm overall feeling, Majestic, that if you can afford to, you should pass this job, maybe. That's my ultimate feeling. It's not based on anything you just said at all. I just a feeling that it's not laid out well enough. I mean, unless you get something really defined for you in terms of the payment happening and or the ability to bring somebody with you, I might pass on that. Because the other thing too is that if you're thinking of taking it as a regular job, then that puts you there more often. And at some point you may decide, oh, I feel more relaxed about this, and you may let your guard down. So you have to really think about a lot of this, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if you're overthinking it or not, but
I don't think you're feeling like you're overthinking it.
you should, if you know something about the area already and there are a lot of problems there, let's say there's gang violence in the area or something like that, a lot of carjackings or something else, well, then maybe you do want to watch out for your personal safety. Maybe, have you met this person yet and talked person to person with them? And what kind of vibes do you get? Is there a way that maybe you can meet them on neutral grounds if you haven't? I would just say if you take this job and you're serious about doing it, take somebody with you, but also meet on neutral grounds first and see if you're comfortable with them.
Yeah, no,
and go with your gut.
Majestic indicates that it doesn't seem to be a safe area, and I would personally worry about you.
Yeah, if I had gotten any other kind of combination of cards, we'd be a little less worried.
Well,
I never like to see the Five of Swords.
Do keep us updated.
In a reading like this.
And like I said, if you can afford to pass on this job, I would. That's what I think.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
But we're just tarot readers.
Right, we're not professional advisors of any sort.
I mean, we're psychics. We're telling you what the cards say. But you have to use your own good judgment here and what's right for you. So wish you luck.
No, we totally get it. Sometimes, really nice people work in, places
Absolutely.
that other nice people wouldn't dream of going to.
100%.
I'm a guy, so I'm crazy. I mean, I remember when my identity was stolen years ago, and I was so enraged about it. I found out what the address of, this person was, and I went there, and it was an unsafe area too, and I just went there with no regard. Like, that was kind of crazy when I thought about it.
Well, you didn't talk to them, but you went to check out the house in the area.
Right, but, and it was like literally December, so it was dark and everything, dark and cold, and I wanted to go see this address, and that's the end of that tale.
Anyway.
You're welcome, Majestic Love. Good luck. Okay, so we're waiting for Sun. We'll see if Sun shows up in time before we call on that. Meanwhile, Divine, that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if I'm catching this right. Are you or aren't you trying to get fired? Because it says, I seriously want to quit my job before I leave for India, but I want to get fired. Then later on, Violet says, you don't want to get fired, but okay, you don't. Okay, yes, Violet. Okay. So Kara once again was distracting us by that foolish talk there.
Naked? Naked talk?
Well, but she's right though. Kara's right. That's a quick way to get fired. Don't do that. Kara was being her silly fun self. Well, we know that. Still, it presents a lot of things to talk about. You have given me a lot to talk about. Okay, Sun Empress, we're going to
We're counting down for you, Sun Empress.
We're so sorry because it may not be able to put you back on. I don't know. Sorry.
Well, the only person left is Divine You.
Oh, okay.
So we might.
Are you sure we went through everybody?
I believe so.
Okay, Divine. 19. I wish I was 19. No, I don't ever wish I was 19 again. Of course, was that the year I met you? No, it wasn't. I was already 20 when I met you. You are trying to get fired. Okay.
Divine. That's so unlike you.
That doesn't sound like you. And I'll tell you, if you're moving away to India, maybe that's okay. But, I don't know, Divine. I realize, you have some strong feelings right now. So is the question basically, if you are fired, will you get decent compensation? Is that what you're asking?
Is?
Yes. Okay. So, no matter what, you may quit or you may get fired. Well, is it your deck or mine? Did you do the last ones?
I think I did. Yeah, I used this one.
All right, Divine. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Animal Lords. Well, we'll get you after Divine, but you weren't here when we
Yeah, we can't keep doing this, Son. You're lucky today because there's not a lot of people, but we got to do Divine first because we've started with Divine. So we'll do you right after. Don't go away. Thursday's been quiet, so we can do it.
Yeah, we'll still have time to do you, of course. But really, that's why Violet, does what she does. And we give her a bit of free reign over that because I think she has a good sense for our list and how well we work. So, she just tries to keep things running smoothly for us.
Well, and for you, because if you give her the question, we can still do it. I know you like to be here for it, but we can't always be that accommodating. So if you miss your turn sometimes, you're just out of luck. So, but today, we can do it.
All right, Divine wants to know if she will get a good compensation if she somehow is no longer working for the company as she is moving to India. And our first card is the reversed Knight of Cups. The second card is the reversed Six of Cups. I hate getting all these reversals because I got another one. Reversed Major Arcana 13, Death.
Well, wow.
I know. I don't like that one reversed.
And that's the Six of Cups reversed?
Yeah.
Well, I almost get the feeling here that you're not feeling bad about burning this bridge. When I see the Six of Cups reversed here, that's the first thing I thought of, is that maybe you don't feel bad about burning this bridge with this company, that you can just let them fire you, you don't care, etc. But, the Knight of Cups is reversed here. Are you just maybe being a little bit too overly emotional about this? I'm just going to throw that out there. Or is the situation with this company itself making you feel that way, Divine? And what is that? Strength? Death reversed. Oh, gosh, yes. It's kind of like feeling that, yeah, you could get fired here, but I have a feeling nothing good is going to come out of this if you do that. I mean, you've worked for the company I don't know how long. Do you have any kind of retirement savings or any kind of thing, that they could compensate you back with if you just quit? I mean, at this point, or resigned or retired? Wouldn't that be better than being fired? I don't know how many years you have there and if you've met the threshold for retirement.
I feel a lot of what Banshee feels here. I think that the Knight of Cups reversed is a movement towards a situation that maybe you won't feel as emotionally sound about, at some point. That maybe you might feel, there are some more emotional drawbacks from the move, and it could be that maybe there are things about your life here that you will miss, or something will just not feel right. It might just feel like an emotional balance is not being re-achieved by moving there, that you're out of sorts in a way. The Six of Cups reverse, yeah, I get that feeling too, that it sort of is a nonchalance in a way. It sort of feels like on that level it doesn't actually matter. On that level you sort of feel resolved one way or the other in terms of that. But with the Death reverse card, that's about stagnation, and I feel that this could be saying that it will be slow getting yourself to where you really want to be in India. You want to go back to India for a lot of reasons. Some of them are personal reasons, but you don't want to have big part of your time nothing happening. There's only so many hours in the day where you do feel you need to have yourself occupied with other things, and that may be a slow going. So it doesn't address necessarily the idea of whether you're going to be compensated or well enough. I don't know.
Divine.
Do you want to do another?
Is somebody trying, have you already approached them on this, just saying you want to move to India? Are they trying to keep you working remotely or something from India? Because here's the Lenormand. I wanted to point this out to Mr. O.
Okay, it's been under 3 years with her there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so the Stork and the Snowman.
So I'm wondering if somebody is trying to make you an offer to stay, because that Death card there too, and you just feel stifled by this whole thing. You'd really rather just let it go. But maybe somebody, or the only other thing I can say here is that, you will get an offer. Maybe they will offer you something, some type of compensation, since you're not eligible for retirement. Maybe there will be an offer. But clearly, I think things might get stuck in the water for a while. Maybe that's why Death Reversed is here. Things may not happen very fast,
Well, nights are often about movements, but this night is reversed, and I'm wondering now, it sort of fits a little bit better. I wonder, is it possible they'll try harder to get you to not move to India?
That's what I was wondering.
Right. See, I starting to feel that too. That's why I wanted to say that, by some other offer. I wonder if that's what's going to happen, and that's going to basically kind of throw an anchor there and maybe make you want to reconsider or feel like you're not sure anymore. But are you or aren't you?
I was wondering if you were going to stop in, Victoria. Good to see you. All right.
Yeah. I think I knew that about India, so...
Oh, okay. So I wonder if they're going to either try to give you an offer to convince you to stay, or, like I said, they may finally acquiesce and give you some compensation. But I do think that, I don't know if firing will getting fired would get you there. Because usually when you get fired from a job, they don't give you anything for that, But if you quit, sometimes there can be compensation offered.
You'll have to check with your own HR, because 401k plans may be dependent on so many years of service to be fully invested with them. Despite any large amounts of money that you may be putting into them, there still may go with individual ideas about time worked.
Well, I'm sorry it's feeling so bad. I know you want to get to India badly. I think that I almost feel like maybe this is even talking about the future. You will have things and offers in India to do something. So
right, I feel that way, though we're not specific here, but I think that something new will happen. It just may take a while, and you have a lot to go there too, so you have to decide for yourself how much is it worth for you to stay or to reconsider, and how well can you get along in a worst case scenario.
It's one of these readings, Divine, too, where I can't help but feel the cards are just bringing up your intense emotional feelings about all of this. Because right here, with this Knight reversed, you're feeling very bad. You really want to burn this bridge, and you feel stuck and like you're stagnating. These are all the things you seem to be feeling right now. And it just seems to, sometimes the tarot will do that. You have to work through these feelings to come up with the appropriate way, to manage this situation. And maybe then, something good could possibly come of this.
Sure hope.
So I wish you luck with that. That's tough. It's a tough situation.
Good luck, Divine.
Good luck, Divine. All right, so we're on Sun and then Victoria.
And then Violet Lotus.
Yep. All right. And Sun asked about Chicago.
Move to Chicago in May, June, or past or earlier.
May, June, or what?
May, June, or past that or earlier.
Oh.
Do you see it?
Yeah. I don't know how we're going to do that.
Well, let's just ask about May or June and see if the cards give us anything that shows that.
So you want to do 2 and 2? How are we going to do May, June? Will we know
Okay,
which is which?
I'll let you decide.
Maybe we can tell by the cards. Okay, I'll try it. Is it my deck? It is.
Yes, it is. Hi, Victoria.
Ah. I hope you meant the like button.
Oh, well, I'll find out right now.
Oh. Let's get these to you. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's too hard to explain some things to you.
Okay.
Well, you can't follow me quick enough. I'm sorry. You're welcome, Divine.
Okay, we have the 9 of Wands reversed.
Oh, you laying them. How do you want them laid out?
Oh, we're doing May and June?
I don't know how you're doing this.
You know what? I'm not sure either. How about this? I want you to grab a deck. And I'm going to ask about May, and you're going to ask about June.
And I already pulled my Lenormand. But that's okay.
That's okay. I think we should have the Lenormand as an overview.
Well, these are for the first one.
I think that should be an overview.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry. I partially thought I wanted to do it one way.
Scrap it, son. We're doing it over.
We've got it. No, 9 of Wands reversed is not good. It's not. It's giving up. But that's not the point. I really think I need to do this a different way. So what I was going to say is we could do 2 and 2, or we could do a yes/no on May and June and see what the possibilities
I'll do
are.
June, you do May.
All right.
We each pull 3 cards.
Yeah, let's do that. Because we so messed up here. And my apologies.
I don't need the dartboard. I have a human dartboard. I just need some sharp object to throw at her.
I was watching Hallmark Channel romances today.
It irritated me.
Christmas movies.
Ugh.
It irritated you? Ha! He's the one who got me to watch these years ago.
She lies.
Oh no, I'm not lying.
All right, I have my June cards. Oh. Oh.
Oh, it doesn't matter. right, May. I've got May.
Let's put them up.
And it's Temperance reversed. Wow, the Ten of Swords, but it's reversed. And then the High Priestess, upright.
June. Five of Swords upright.
What?
Yes.
Well,
And Judgment. And look, they're burning her.
ignore him, son. Now we're being goofy.
But at least it's upright, right?
Yeah.
And the Knight of Coins upright.
Well, I think June is going to be the time, but
Not with that Five of Swords, Sarah.
I'm not sure. In context with the other cards, I'm willing to wiggle on this Five of Swords. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
But at any rate, but you might have a different perspective. It seems like in May, you might have a little bit of problems getting it together still, you know. I don't know what it is here. You're recovering from something, you know, that maybe there something financially came up and unexpected and it's delaying your plans. It just seems as though there seems to be a roadblock, but you're overcoming it. You're in the process of overcoming it, and it's almost as if I think by the end of May, you're going to feel as though you have, you now sort of have a sense of what you need to do, you know, to get to where you want to be in Chicago. And that leads us to June.
Well, I was going to go with your May 1st.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
So I sort of feel like this sort of says you're passing obstacles or blocks to your movement. So maybe this is taking place in May. It doesn't mean you'll move, but maybe these situations or imbalances, which is Temperance reversed, finally do get addressed in May. And so that kind of clears you so that you have more of a vision of where or how you want to do this, which does lead us to June.
Now, the Five of Swords, I admit, is a problematic card in any reading. But I'm wondering here if this isn't saying, well, one thing,
maybe it indicates the progress of the mood is fraught with some amount of strife, of course.
I almost feel like you have to act aggressively to get what you want. And it's going to be in June. I really feel that here. You're going to make a choice, a decision. This is a time where you can, you know, what's the word I want to use? There's renewal associated with this card. There's regeneration. It's almost as if you're rebirthing and starting a new life. So that's sort of because Judgment is here like that. That's why I'm leaning that way. And it's also because of this
Knight of
Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles indicates a move. I really think that you are on the move, but you're going to have to really be aggressive in your approach to getting what you want. And as a matter of fact, it could also just say that you're going to be, you know, that, how do I want to say this? That you may have to fight for what you want. I mean, I think that maybe the type of places and things that you are looking for, you know, that there's going to be competition for this. There's going to be, you know, some heady activity here. But I definitely think it's possible in June.
Well, I think that May is about getting yourself really clear to do that, and June is where it happens. And I do think that there's an amount of, you know, strategy. I mean, the Five of Swords in context could be talking about your strategy. How are you going to make this happen? But this epiphany, this rebirth, this reformation kind of thing is bound to happen in a way, mostly because you really have this as a single-minded goal. You really want, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is very single-minded person usually. When he's reversed, he's too single-minded, he's too slow and, you know, that kind of thing. But I think this happens because you get yourself really single-minded towards pursuing this. And some of this other stuff could pertain to the fact that you are working on your financial situation and that will need to improve. So
I agree with you that you're right. The costs are higher in the summer months there. Absolutely. So that could be an issue for you going. going forward. But I really feel that the movement is right here with this Knight of Pentacles. Whether this is just a trip to find a place or whatever, or if you're actually going to make the move, this is the time.
Well, you wanted these cards to be for both.
I want it to be an overall, so
Okay.
let's take a look at that.
The stocking.
Which is the flowers.
And the anchor, which is the anchor.
I think that, you remember, okay, you're going through this period of imbalance here, and you're overcoming that, and you're getting a grip on your vision and what you want to do, and maybe getting everything more harmonized again. I really do think that, you will be anchored. You will be happier. You will be happier that things finally seem to stabilize and you're able to make this transition or trip in June.
Well, it almost sounds like either you do find the job you want, or you do get a situation you really want that feels like a gift to you, whether it is a gift or whether it's something you work for. And when you can kind of lodestone that, really hold that to you, the idea that you are anchored to this idea here of either this new job or this thing that helps you enable and gift yourself, it really does seem like it's going to work out. But like we said, I think it's coming more in June.
Remember, son, you are always welcome to prove us wrong and come back and say, hey, it's March and I'm going.
Hey, more power to you.
That's fine. But by the looks of the cards here, I would just say to you, it's a process. And I really think it might take up to June to make this happen. So I wish you luck with that.
All right, son.
Good luck.
Glad we got you today. That was a fun reading. I like doing it that way.
Yeah, it worked. I'm sorry that I muddled that up.
So you'll visit in March, and then something fortuitous will happen, and you'll end up staying there. Ah.
Okay, Ms. Victoria.
A snapshot in time.
Are you just here? Okay, what did you want? Oh, 90% chance. Will go with me to my news. I invited him to come. Will he? Oh.
So, how do you want to do that?
I would just do 3 cards. If we need to qualify it, we will.
Okay. Well, it's your deck.
Hey, you're welcome, son. Good luck with that.
You're welcome.
I like Chicago. I really do.
Yeah. I hope it works out, because Chicago's fun. Chicago's a fun city. I have a lot of friends in Chicago. They're mostly like online friends.
I haven't been there since my library trips, so when I used to go for business. But I always had fun. I always had fun in Chicago.
Well, for us, Chicago's not even a 5-hour drive. It's about 4 hours and a few minutes, And we could go there more often, but mostly it's, where do you stay when you get there? I don't want to do hotels all the time. If I knew more people that I was comfortable with that we could stay, it would be fun. But I don't want to spend... Well, I like hotels.
I like hotels, but
we just can't do it all the time, though, yeah.
No, we can't.
So when are we going?
I want to go back to Toronto someday. Toronto's my home away from home,
I would like to go to Toronto.
Although I don't even have a passport. I need to fix that. All right.
It's your deck.
I thought I just used my deck.
Oh, you did. You're right. I'm sorry.
I used the Nightmare. We both used a deck.
Well, I'm going to use... I grabbed your deck, so I have it.
Yeah. Dartboard. Maybe we should get our tarot spinning wheel.
Maybe we should talk to that guy that makes them. Could you make a tarot dartboard?
He probably could.
We're going to see...
I wonder if he's going to be there.
Yes.
Chaz?
No, well, I don't know if he might accompany him.
He'll come with him.
Then Storm will come too, right?
God, if Storm's there, that'd be awesome. Storm Fairy Wolf? Well, anyway, Matt Oren and...
Devin Hunter.
Devin Hunter are coming.
Presenters at Convocation.
Excited.
And of course, we have some of their books and we like their materials.
They're awesome people. And Chaz Bogan's the one who made our tarot spinning wheel. He's very talented.
Well, we'll have to tell, if he's not there, we'll have to tell Matt and Devin to tell Chaz tarot dartboard. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Will the toy of boy go? Should he stay or should he go?
No, I don't have the candy cane here. I will say that. But.
Well, you know, we shouldn't have asked. Five of Swords reversed.
What?
What?
What is with this Five of Swords stuff?
Eight of Swords upright.
Is he a little hedgy about this?
Seven of Cups reversed.
Oh, he's going to make a decision.
Yeah.
But I don't know about this. I guess I got to show you the Lenormand too.
Come on, guys.
God.
Oh, no. Did you already say? Victoria, I'm scared of you now. It's the mice. How did you do that? How did you do that?
She knew I said it wasn't the cross, so what else could it be? That I'd be rolling at my eyes here.
That's too wild, Victoria. And of course the Sith. The Scythe. The Sith.
I know. Of course I know you are. But
so, Five of Swords
I'm
reversed.
sure you could see the disdain on my face as I looked at those cards. At any rate, let's take a look at this. Let's see what's going on here with Boy Toy. You know, I think here, and what is that again?
That's the Eight of Swords.
Yeah, is he hedging on this for some reason? It seems like he's waffling a little bit. He feels a little bit insecure.
Well, there's definitely conflicts going on within him somehow or about his decision.
I wanted to start with that before I got into this. But I feel here too, what is
Seven
that?
of Cups reversed.
Yeah, he's going to make a choice or a decision. And hopefully he doesn't just do this based on his anxieties, you know, or fears, because it could cause some issues. It could cause some problems. He may have some technical reasons as to why
might have to work.
he may not be able to come. That's what I'm thinking here. Some stress, some problems, some things that come up that
Come on,
could
who works
stop
on
him.
New Year's Eve?
I know. He has to cut through, you know, the BS and make his choice, basically. I feel here he can, in my opinion, when I look at the Scythe here, he could make this go away if he wants to.
Well, see, a lot of times I now like to think that the Eight of Swords represents the perception of being limited or blocked, and that maybe he feels this way, but it's not exactly true, or he allows himself to feel that way, that he's trapped, he can't necessarily have his freedom to make his choices, kind of thing.
He covers sports games. Yeah, I don't know. There may be some...
That's true.
You know, he could be battling something then trying to get the time. That could be what this card is about here. And he feels like he's in a bad position right now.
Okay, so...
On both counts. Maybe with you because he doesn't want to disappoint you. And with what his expectations are, you know, with his work.
So you have to have a seance where you summon the spirits of the team that played in 1910. They're all ghosts now, right? You know, and he's a sports writer, so that will make it more interesting. Okay, maybe not.
Well, so at any rate, he is going to make a decision. You know, I think that's pretty clear. He's just got to decide. You know, he's got options, I feel. And really, I almost think that whatever's getting in the way is not as big a problem as he makes it out to be. That's what I'm thinking here.
And he could cut it, is what it looks like.
He could. So, what do you think? Should we do a quick yes no on this?
Yeah, let's do a yes or no.
Let's see what we get, Victoria.
The quick yes or no.
And then we'll get on to Violet Lotus.
Oh, Kara, stop that.
Kara.
Oh dear. Victoria.
You guys, stop
I'm
it.
blushing. Oh wait. No, I do blush actually, so.
I am, did I say I was at? I'm almost at 60% of my book read, my romance novel. I'm not reading it like, I just read little bits every day. So, and when I go work out, I tend to read it on my phone if I'm on the bike or on the elliptical. I got myself up to 6 minutes walking on the treadmill, Victoria. I doubled what I did last time. So happy. And oh my gosh, I did 30 minutes on the bike. What did you get?
3 aces.
So he is coming. I hope this doesn't mean there will be some type of arguments when he's there or some difficulties with him there. So it does look like he's coming. Wow. And those came pretty quickly? Yeah.
That came on the first one. That came on the second one. And the first one came on the fourth one.
Well, this is really interesting.
You're taking him home with you too, apparently.
It's the haunted brothel.
Oh, dear.
I mean, here's this house or this, hotel, and there's all these things there, spirits there. No, I think that this is just talking about, I don't know how many people you've got coming, but I think there will be a turnout of some sort, and, he'll be a part of that. He'll be part of the social scene. So I think he is coming.
This is a metaphor for ectoplasm. No, it's not.
No, it's not. So, but at any rate, I just thought I liked that because I thought, oh, gingerbread. And, this is about like a social scene or social activity. He has 2 kids. Oh. Well, that could be part of what's going on, too, with the other
right, depending on how old they are, can you leave them alone for New Year's?
But does he have custody? He has 2 kids, but does he have
Victoria
custody?
says it's more likely he'll go for the day rather than come up the day before.
I see. Okay.
That would still be nice.
That'll still be nice. I really think he's coming, but he is conflicted. He's got a lot of stuff going on, apparently.
Oh, guys, please stop.
What are they doing now?
He's coming.
Oh, God. Oh, Violet. And they are 17 and 20. Oh, okay, so he has full custody. So they can kind of take care of themselves for a day, at least a day. So,
leaving kids alone for New Year's Eve.
Party down.
I don't know.
Sounds like a great adventure for them. They're probably pushing him out the door.
Yeah, go to that haunted brothel.
Stay overnight. Oh, man. I wish you luck. I do think it's going to work. There seems to be some burbles here.
Well, we always want to know.
And like I said, he's a little bit conflicted, definitely. So hang in there.
Kara, stop that.
I hope it all works out. And everything you want it to be, that event. Really, Victoria, good luck with that. Violet, Lotus, you are up. My deck?
Yes.
Wow, how funny that I am down to... I didn't use my Yule deck. I just realized that. Well, I will use the Ciro Marchetti.
Guidance on the best way to get through this Mercury retrograde.
Oh, Lord. Just stay in bed. Take my advice. Stay in bed. Don't get up.
Don't go online at all. Just stiff everybody for a month. Ghost them.
I am just kidding. Life goes on.
What book is that?
Oh!
Oh, the book you're reading?
I will. Actually, it's part 2 of a series of books, but I will give you the info.
I just started reading the latest Laurel Hamilton, Anita Blake Vampire Slayer. And if you keep up with the series, of course, it seems like it's taking forever for her wedding to happen. She's supposed to marry the master vampire, and it just takes forever. You know, I think it'll be another 3 books before they actually walk down the aisle. The last book was about the fitting for their outfits.
This book is a standalone. It's okay as a standalone, I think, but you might be a little bit lost. I really thought this second book was much better to me after reading the first. The first was a lot of setup, so you'd get the lay of the land and what everybody was and just a lot of background, and it was long. But I got through it, and I really did like the story, but book 2 was much better.
Well, this latest one came out. It's called Slay, I think. It's just called Slay. Or I don't remember. But it just came out in October, and it's her 30th anniversary of writing Anita Blake, and it's the 30th book in the series. So it's kind of interesting. I'm like, wow, she's written 30 books for 30 years.
This person
Isn't Anita Blake, like, ready for retirement?
This person I'm reading is not a Laurel Hamilton, maybe caliber author, but she's a Canadian author, and and she's a follower of ours, and I liked it. I liked it a lot.
There are werewolves in her series, and she has interesting relationships with them, as well as other vampires and other supernatural entities.
Well, there's definitely shapeshifters and things in this series too.
I know one I can recommend to you. I'll have to look it up and send it to you later.
Now, Violet, what did I tell you about getting through this Mercury retrograde? Just stay in bed, don't do anything, right? So what's the first card I've got for you?
Bam! Chariot reversed.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! What else do you think I would get when I told you to stay home and don't do anything?
We'll miss you.
The Hermit upright.
No, it wasn't the Tower.
And it's a 2 of Wands reversed. So, yes, I have some advice for you. What do you have?
All right, so I have the polar bear, which is the bear.
I like this.
And the wreath, which is the ring.
This is perfect.
This is nice for you.
This is perfect. Obviously, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, maybe it's time to strategize, but it's not time to really go after something right now. There could be setbacks to things that you set in motion during this retrograde. There could just be delays or disappointments. So your best strategy is to do nothing, to kind of put a hold on some things. Don't push things forward, when the time is not right yet. The Hermit is saying maybe this time is best used by going within and doing some real solid inner work and exploring the inner realms, getting that inner wisdom and knowledge. What better time than not just during a Mercury retrograde, but during the winter time, the dark of the year. And right here, this is saying commit to your personal empowerment. So commit to going and finding that knowledge, wisdom within. Build up a strategy for how you want to move forward after the retrograde.
A lot of this feels like, not a lot of this, but some of this does feel like this is about you should know your own instinct well enough to just go with it. That whatever we tell you, whatever you tell for yourself, your instinct will tell you it's right. And the Chariot says, really you'll feel like you want to be more cautious in some respects. And you'll feel like you'll not want to be pushing your energy out there at this time. It's a good time really to just work on your inner work. And I think Banshee's right. Moving forward later is the best way. That, this retrograde probably is affecting certain people like yourself more so than others. It could be astrological or some reason. But committing to what empowers you, to what makes you feel like you are the strongest is the obvious way to go. I can't really do any better than that.
Work on what makes you feel stronger, on all levels, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. But I really think with the Hermit here, it's a call to have some quiet time, to not make a lot of noise, and not to be around a lot of drama, to just kind of stay and go within and use this time constructively that way.
If she'd let me, I'd take a couple weeks off of everything, including the live streams. I could use the break.
Well, we're not doing that. But he is getting a little break from work. He found out that during Christmas and New Year's week, he only gets to work 2 days instead of 4.
I'll still be working all the days I work with you here.
Yes, he will.
No break.
And maybe I'll get him to do some house purging with me, too, while he's here more days. Yes, I think that's a plan.
If I turn into a butterfly, Victoria, I'm going to fly away from her and her plans here.
Anyway, that's what we have for you, Violet. I think that about covers it. I think that's sage Mercury retrograde advice here. And it's just funny the way those cards came up after my saying what I said.
It's okay. I just get a little tired sometimes. I have to remember to get enough sleep.
All right. Anything else that we need to discuss? Okay. Our unhappy hour was happily very popular.
You mean the unhappy hour?
Yes, our unhappy hour.
Yes, if you didn't see the unhappy hour, we got major views. We got 30-some views on it. We normally haven't been, so we're happy about that.
We're happy about the unhappy hour.
We're happy about being unhappy.
And they were interesting readings to boot.
They really were good.
Check it out.
If you are having any fourth quarter moon issues, you might want to check it out because maybe it'll give you some advice. Maybe.
All right. And Violet, I didn't mention
Violet.
Up earlier, I saw your thing about a second gift, if I'm thinking about that for you. I can't let the cat out of the bag yet, but there might be kind of a two-pronged approach going on here for you. So you'll just have to see.
You'll have to see.
But I don't think you'll be unhappy. Unless, of course, you watch the unhappy hour. No. All right. Anyway, that's what we have for everybody today. We enjoyed the show. We had fun. We enjoyed reading, as always. And we hope you come back for happy hour this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
You're welcome.